Okay, Assalamualaikum. So today we will go for chapter 4 in a formulating research problem. So last week we already go to the tackling on how to get the idea, right? Some sorts of research ideas. Okay, so today we go further on how we want to formulating the research problem, how we want to tackle lah. Okay, so what is the problem? Okay, selalu kita sebut kataan problem. Saya ada masalah puan. Saya ada masalah puan. Are you having problem? Are you having problem? Okay, so in the class, lalu lecturer akan keep asking the students as well. Are you have problems? So what is the problem? Problem is a question raised for inquiry or consideration or for solution as well. So the problem should we have the solution or maybe for consideration, the awareness, right? So for inquiry, you are not clear with some sorts of the ideas, the information. Okay, so the problem is quite big thing, our life. Okay. Every day we have problem, right? Sometimes problem for person A is not same to problem to person B. Okay, sometimes the problem for person A is the opportunity for the or chance, the peluang for person B, some sorts like that. So now we're in a pandemic, there are lots of problems for SME when they have to change their business business model to digitalization. So some this became as an opportunity for some parties like Lazada, like Shopee and so on. So they have welcome a lot of business sellers in join their platform. Right? So some sorts of problem can be opportunity. Problem also can be a threaten as well. Right? Some don't take tak apa. Okay, so kita boleh ignore. So when we have problem, we can sometimes we ignore it. Especially the tedious problem, it's just very, some problem we ignore because we don't know how to get it out. We talk about that. Keep talking every day. Okay. Or the best one, try to solve them. Pernah dengar tak? Kenapa you nak lari dari masalah? Why you want to hide apa? Some sorts where we saya pernah dikatakan sebagai sedemikian when I'm try to do something that quite rare for in my as an academician. Walaupun even though I don't think that is I don't is like lari dari masalah. So sometimes the different people have the different perceptions. So some sorts problem can sometimes ignore. Dia bukan ignore, sometimes they don't know, dia buntu. So dia fikir IB first, just freezing at the moment. So that's why we say ignore at the moment. And then we talking, we have the suitable platform for that. How I want to solve the problem, and then try to solve the problem. Okay, jadi that's the normal things that when we facing the problem. So what is a research problem? What's the difference with the problem, life problem, okay, the daily problem that we facing every day, okay? And what is a research problem? Research problem is an issue or concern, some sort of concern, sometimes dia bukan masalah yang sebenar pun, more a concern that the investigator or the researcher want to present and they must have justification in a research study. Okay, so now as I promised, I try to make it simpler and try to make faster. Hujan nak turun sekarang ni. Some people when hujan nak turun ni, dia rasa masalah bila dia nak buat kelas online. Either lecturer or the student because of the line problem. So how they want to solve it? So adakah nak upgrade dia punya internet service or every time have to check it that the line, I don't know. So they have different people have the different mechanism or solution for that. Kan? Jadi okay, back to the research problem. Their problem that can would like to research it out. Okay, so let's say you find an unsatisfactory, ketidakpuasan, or unsettling, or difficulties. Okay, state of affairs that need to be changed. Okay, so maknanya di sini problem, research problem ni anything that involve areas of concern to researchers or maybe to anybody, to the society, to netizens, for condition they want to improve, difficulties they want to eliminate, nak bagi permudahkan proses, or the questions for which they want to seek the answers. Okay, jadi anything that they have solution, it can be researchable research problem. Okay, jadi kita nampak simple tapi bila buat research, when we are great the research problem, they have this challenge lah. Okay. So how you want to identify it? Jadi pertama-tama mestilah tackle the problem, search the problem. Kita mencari masalah ataupun kita memang selalu berhadapan dengan masalah. So just pick one. That's it. Read more. Perhal kita fahami. We read more about your problem, maknanya you understand dia punya root causes. Okay? Tapi the solution kita tak dapat lagi, kita detect where the root have been started. Okay? Take note or keep a research journal, or maybe seek the professional advice. So in your condition now, the station now, I need macam you punya professional advice as a more facilitate lah. So then keep the topic interesting, the topic that you have passion to know more. Okay, jadi so walaupun saya list the possible topics, make sure that you have passion with that topic. Dengan Allah sebab doktor kata yang ni je, yang ni je lah, walaupun lima-lima I tak suka. I tak ada cakap kalau you rasa all the suggested that I give you are not really just for you, you can always discuss with me. I always open for that. Okay, maybe you ada kau nak lari sikit daripada topik yang I suggest, yang I rasa I boleh help you, insyaAllah I can accept as well, insyaAllah. Yes, so long as that's interesting for you and interesting for me too. Alright, jadi what to do? Okay, problem identification and the definition. You ingat tak tagline of decision science? Or decision science, you all ada di antara you all, majority of you problems, or maybe SQS may tagline dekat depan, ada salah satu tu observe, kan? I think ada 4 kata kerja tu. So, we observe, ada 4 kataan dah silap. Aku tak ingat. Dekat website kita ada. So one of the things is to observe. So why we need to observe? Because you want to, maybe we want to find out the problem. Okay, general procedure. The general procedure to procedure in identification problem as well. So in identifying too, so we have to observing lah. So another way is more observing as well. Okay, so observing juga, study or observe juga any possible that you can tackle out. Okay, then write statement, have to read your final. Okay, ni when you are doing a research proposal, you can work with your team members to have this stage. Okay, insyaAllah. So you can you discussing with your team, your friend. Okay, jadi the most challenging sebenarnya actually in defining the research problem. Okay, sometimes kita rasa that is the problem. But when we talk with your friend or when you present to me, that's a lie, that's not a problem. That's just an issue. You know, how to differentiate between the problem and the issue. Okay, so the end result should be the most important. Like for our case, you must make sure or convince to me to understand. Okay, management ni, let's say kalau when you are being executive, you want to convince to your management. Okay, then the most important, clearly in identification and definition. Okay, mana kita tak jangan buat macam benda tu mengelirukan, serabut. So kita kena clear what is the problem, what is the thing that we need to solve it, and what is the finding that we expect to have it. Okay? The discovery from that problem and so on. sometimes research ni kita tak perlu benda yang too big lah. Okay? Just a very researchable and practical and reliable reliable tu yang can be doing lah, can be done in the target time in what we want. Jadi di sini, okay, let's say for example, marketing business problem. Maknanya kalau when let's say the management, marketing is one of the backbone lah kan, especially in the let's say in the business lah kan. No, apa-apa industri pun mesti ada marketing kan. Tak kisahlah whatever industry, in the house, property ke, in the I think marketing is the most, let's say in SQS pun we have jawatan promosi. Kita tak panggil jawatan marketing, kita panggil jawatan promosi. How their committee, the academician who are working in that community to market. How the problem, what is the problem. Jadi di sini for importance of marketing research problem, so the most thing that they must, dia punya, the first client lah. Okay. Then communication, alright. So there's dia punya macam the most important that they have to make sure they are always improving that. Okay. Jadi for few clients, so there's the never ending things lah. Okay, when they are ensuring nak make sure customer satisfaction. Okay, ataupun communication between the staff, and that's all. That's the most frequently ways in improving. Jadi mana benda tu memang dia continuous problem that different department, different environment, different organization, they have different problem. Okay, okay, jadi ini management decision problem. Tadi one of the importance of marketing research problem. Okay, this one is a more management decision problem. When you nanti after you graduate nanti you kalau kata you are so lucky you being a junior executive, or when you are being a recruit as a junior executive, let's say you are being a junior junior retail executive, you are being in management, okay, you are being a part of management, so you are middle management. So let's say this all the common one, common in management, what does decision makers, that's walaupun nampak it look like a decision science student are more on decision making, but actually for those in business mathematics also can be in the same line with the student decision science. I mean, you also can be as anything in decision making in any industry. Okay, in decision, the position or the career that require you do a lot of decision making. All right, decision making or decision maker. So as you can see here, all the most common problem that in management. Okay, how should the loss market, should the market be segment, should new product to be introduced, should the promotional budget be increased? Okay, all this part of management is marketing research problem. Okay, marketing research problem is a problem that entails in determine what information is to be needed and how it can be obtained effectively. Jadi dia lebih kepada information oriented. Okay, jadi sekarang kalau you all for those, I don't know, ada tak di antara you all doing business online? So dia pernah dengar copywriting? Copywriting is part of marketing materials in doing marketing in social media. Okay, either in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok nowadays, and I'm not sure either orang buat marketing in Twitter or not, but Twitter is more on information yang lebih. I have it lah few years ago, but now I'm forgot password. So that marketing more on information. So marketing problem is about how you want to deliver the message to the target, your target customer, your segmentation. So on. Ini is example. Okay, departmental store patronage project. Okay, DM decision maker, R2 I'm not sure. Member retailer. Oh sorry. So it's a dialogue lah, okay, between the decision maker and dia punya staff dia. Okay. So you can see how the decision maker investigate through his stuff, his or her stuff. Okay. Jadi sometimes you must be professional when. Tapi I understand sometimes you don't know how to differentiate between professional and emotional when you have to telling the truth to your boss or whatever. Okay, for this one, and like the other have to telling the truth, the real situation or the problem in the department. Okay, so they have more on this, more on discussion between of this person. Okay, so itu contoh dialog. So in management leadership problem side, they are more on what should be done to improve the patronage of the store. What is a patronage? Want to share what is a patronage of the store? Kalau kita tengok balik apa dia maksud patronage. Siapa tahu? Who is the patronage? Boleh Google. Stock ke? I think stock. Okay. So, yeah. Kenapa stock dia decline? Decline tu mana kurang lah. Boleh jawab dekat chat. Apa nak jawab boleh? Boleh je. Kalau malu nak cakap, malu nak ni. Hai doktor. Hai Intan. Okay, jadi what should be done? Okay, kalau in the marketing side, they are more on how the manager or the executive have to determine the strength and weakness, okay, and the competitors, okay. Why the patronage is decline for that situation. All right. So these are a few things that you can follow if you're reliable, right? Jadi for you can obtain all the information you need. Okay. But you should not be defined too broadly lah, of course. Okay. But ini for that case, the DM to need to the required information only to address to solve that, but don't have to too much lah. Everything that you be overload. Okay. So for example, in order to develop market share, so macam too big lah, too broad lah. Okay. In improving, sometimes if you aware that some company they have the consultant to in some improving some certain of their business entity and so on. Okay. So actually research problem should not be defined too narrow or too broad, just adequate enough. Okay. As long as depends on they're capable in the target time that you have it. Macam ada lagi je. Jadi, why the research important? Why research problem very important? Dia macam kita apa-apa kita kena tahu dulu masalah. Macam kalau you sakit, tiba-tiba you sakit. Kenapa you sakit? Mungkin kita tak tahu lah. Tiba-tiba you sakit. Sekarang kan ni COVID, kita tak ada simptom. Tapi untuk research problem, untuk doing research, tapi sebenarnya COVID pun dia ada simptom. Cuma but the symptom sometimes there was hidden because of some reason as well. Okay. So that's also another problem. Okay, that's why kita nowadays when we boleh rentas negeri, kalau balik kampung, walaupun saya pun ada pergi sampai tak apa, tapi itu digalakkan kan artikel tu kan. So because of some people who got COVID don't get any symptom. Okay. Alright. Jadi back to the research problem, very important because you want to establish the importance of that topic. Kita nak create the interest of the readers. Alright, focus readers attention, and as well as kita nak cari previous study have been done in the almost same issue that we want. Mungkin issue sama tapi problem tu tak sama. Maybe the previous study have been done in Uzbekistan. Now we want to do in Malaysia. Maybe have been done in German, but we want to come in the Malaysian context. So sometimes we want to buy the attention from the readers. Okay, so contoh, walaupun kita baca novel, kita tak tahu pun apa problem novel. Tapi sebenarnya kalau you read a lot of novel, actually they have most the problem. They all, tapi dalam bentuk dramatik lah. Kan. Dia tak secara academic writing. Dia more on dramatic. Macam mana dramatic? Medium. Dah masalah. Apa masalah kalau dalam novel yang klise-klise? Saya ada satu novel ni. Saya suka baca novel juga. Sahabat saya dah didramakan dah. Akadku yang terakhir. Tentang seorang pakar psikoterapi. Jadi dia masalah dia kena consult seorang klien dia yang bernama Irham yang dah 3 kali kahwin. Itu dah nampak masalah. That's the problem. The problem dia, asal dia terkahwin dengan that client. I adalah saw that drama lah yang dah diangkat sebagai drama lah, this novel. So actually dalam novel, the lots of problem. Okay, problem kehidupan. Alright, so walaupun kita baca novel ni nak bagi release stress. Kahwin 3, bukan dia kahwin 3 kali kahwin. This client, dia ada masalah dalam dia. So parents dia arrange this guy to the pakar psikoterapi ni macam psychologist lah, right? I think this role have been played by Zakia. Irham ni have been played role by Amar Bahri a few years ago back. Saja lebih. Oh, this book, oh, this story. I just tajuk dia very cliche, very marketing, very kata apa, marketable lah akadku yang terakhir. So actually the novel also part of the example of the research problem, the life problem. Okay, jadi the title is really crucial for buy the attention from the ni lah. Some peminat novel ni dia suka tengok siapa yang menulis kan. The novelist tu siapa? Oh, Acik Lana. I love that. Acik Lana punya buku. Saya suka Dr. Rozani Zami. Now I have his book. Dia penulis buku bestseller psikologi si kecil. Then now he wrote The Solace Stress. Dia psychiatrist. Ni betul-betul psychiatrist. So dia memang selalu berkongsi tentang I have 2 books from him. Psikologi si kecil dan Solace Stress. From psychiatrist lah, dari mata psychiatrist. So dia buat buku ni, dia buat Q&A punya approach. So soalan, jawapan soalan, jawapan salah, solusi masalah, solusi. So directly very practical lah to the readers. Okay, they can or should. Jadi you can see there apa yang boleh, apa yang perlu. Okay, can you study the problem? Do you have access to the research site? Do you have time? Okay, so these all the things that you can ponder out. Okay, jadi can have you check. Okay, so they have 5 elements when you are develop your problem statement. First of all, of course, subject area. Okay, ada yang kata, madam, kami tak boleh nak print lah Canva punya slide. Don't worry, you can print from the previous, yang original one. I letak printer friendly tu kan, yang daripada PowerPoint tu. Almost same lah. Okay, almost same. Design dia lah. So, ini aku dah cover. So, okay, for example here, educational issue. Okay, for a topic, subject area. Then the issues on educational. So, maybe you can be a concern, a problem, something need a solution. There are 3 types of issue there. Or evidence. Okay, so evidence for that issue either from literature or from the practical experience. For practical experience, maybe you have some pilot study. You can have the some sort of interview, okay, structured interview, or don't want to interview, you maybe do some pilot study, pilot survey, okay, to obtain some of get the picture of from the group that you want to focus on. Deficiencies, tapi however sometimes you will have deficiencies lah, mana you lacking of that. So how? Sometimes you have missing kan? Tak ada maklumat. Macam mana you nak buat? What do we need to know more about? So it's okay, you tak apa, you buat dulu apa, you just did what you have it, and then you you have to do survey lah. For example kan, You kena create, you kena find out you kena cari dia punya primary data, right? So what the remedying the refresher will do for select audience. So how we address what we need to know. So maybe you ask me, you get from the books, okay? So ada satu buku yang ada bagi dalam online tu pun you boleh go through, you click on. Okay, maybe you ask your seniors, okay? Nanti daripada yang case study I give to you also, you can have get a look and so on lah. Okay, so this is just a lot of ideas that you can develop the 5 elements for statement. Okay, so ni how to write this problem statement. So tell what will be. Okay, you must identify the variables and relationship. IV, DV. So, okay, you mesti tahu apa dia IV, madam? Apa dia DV? Independent variables, dependent variables. Okay, dalam tajuk you nanti you mesti ada apa IVU, apa DVU. Alright, so what's the relationship? Maybe you want to see the relationship ni. Maybe they sometimes clearly seen or maybe in abandoned. Right? Kadang-kadang kita tak tengok pada hubung kait pun. Selalu kita tengok dalam statistik kan. Correlation kan or regression. Okay, so you can ask yourself, okay, what was the issue that you want to study, what the concern, what do you want to undertake, and what adakah study ni very important to scholarly, or kalau tak scholarly for the community itself, the netizen, for example, the netizen. Alright, to help, or to yourself as well, to help. I still remember a few years ago back, ada seorang student ni, dia ada masalah kesihatan, dia nak tahu lebih, they want to do the study on the flow. Okay. Dia masalah ni kalau dia rasa macam based on her experience, he feel macam he don't know the right path lah, okay, to get to seek for the treatment. So they get some the motivation for that. Then I'm not sure either. Sebab lepas tu I give back to I ganti sekejap kelas tu, okay. So I don't know either that girl are doing that topic or not on the get the facility apa health facility lah in UM. Mental health to be to precise that. Masa tu sebelum pandemic lagi. Okay, jadi that's it. That I think that's all. Ada lagi. Last one. Nampak macam dah habis. Okay. Alhamdulillah walaupun banyak. So in order to design and writing, okay. Jadi inilah the 4 things that you need to actually when you develop research problem, actually you also develop the abstract as well. Walaupun even though the abstract is the last part when you are completing your research, then normally the abstract is the last part because you already have it, the findings and so on. So however, when you are writing your problem statement, you dah boleh nampak dah your prediction, your expected findings you. Alright. So the research problem, the justification, okay, why you feel that came as the research problem. So maybe you have some past research shortcoming. Dia tak semesti banyak, 1, 2 pun is enough. And the importance of or the significance of that problem. Okay, jadi nampak macam belajar tentang problem. Sometimes also like for today we are learning how to formulating the research problem. Okay, jadi sebenarnya actually in our life as daily as well, we face a lot of problem. However, sometimes some sorts of that daily life problem that you facing previously, you can, why not we convert, we try to make it as a research, then as long as that became the benefit not only for you and your friend, and as well as maybe the community, okay, academic or maybe the related community. Okay, I think Alhamdulillah. Jadi for the things that I concerned today, maybe I try to explain back the case study.